Hi everyone, I'm Reena, and this is Resonant Space. So, I'm not proud of this, but I think it's really important to talk about. So many years ago, I went to this concert in New York City, and all of the pieces on the program were by people who I knew personally. And the way the concert was structured, there wasn't applause in between the pieces. So at some point I must have gotten like one piece off, which I didn't realize until I got to the end of the concert. I was expecting there to be another piece. And then I realized that the concert was over, which meant that every piece that I thought was by a certain person wasn't actually by that person, right? And here's the thing that is really difficult to admit. Is that when I went back and realized who wrote each piece, I realized that I had judged the pieces completely differently based on who I thought wrote them than how I would have judged them based on who actually wrote them. And that's not great. That doesn't feel great to say or admit. But I also wonder whether I'm the only one who's ever done something like this before. I think as creators in creative fields, we tend to know our colleagues in two ways. We know them personally, we know them socially, as people, and then we also know them through their work. And I admit that when I like someone, I really want to love their music. I want to love everything about it. I want to be so supportive. And when I have any reason to be antagonistic towards them, I think I judge their music a little bit more harshly. And one of the hardest pills to swallow for me has been this idea that my relationship to a person has nothing to do with the quality of their work. And we have so much to learn from our colleagues in terms of their own creative practice, regardless of, how we feel about them. And so I was trying to figure out how to hack this bias of mine. And I came up with this idea to create this massive playlist. And each piece on the playlist has two criteria. One is that I have some knowledge or know the person who wrote the piece personally, and I have some kind of association with them. And the other is that I don't know that particular piece. Like I've never heard it before, so I wouldn't immediately be able to identify it as their work. And then every so often I'll open up this playlist, close my eyes, press shuffle, and just listen to the first thing that comes up. And I really try to deeply engage the music and really get around and get in there before I have any more information than whatever is just coming through my headphones. And when I open my eyes, I feel like I have this completely new understanding of that person and of their creative practice. I feel like I can connect the dots in new ways. And often I feel a really deep sense of empathy for them that I might not have felt before. And I think I really am engaging them in the way that they truly deserve to be engaged, which is as a creator of new work. So, for those of you who work in creative fields, I'd really encourage you to try this. Go through and make a playlist or whatever that might be in your field. If you're in a visual field, you might have to make something that's the equivalent of that. And then go through, engage with each piece of art and see, what comes up when you don't have the information about who created that piece of art. And, I hope that even though at times it can be deeply uncomfortable and revealing in ways that, maybe reveal some tough things about ourselves, I hope that's also revealing in wonderful ways too. And it allows you to engage with the work of your colleagues more deeply and more broadly.